Hello, everybody, and welcome. I'm Jessie. This is Playful Moon Tarot. So grateful to have you here today. In today's Pick a Card, we're going to be getting a message from your higher self. All of the timestamps will be linked down below in the description box. If you'd like to book a personal reading, the link to my website is in the description box, as well as my Instagram for daily tarot. Let's get into your guys' readings. Hello, Group 1, and welcome to your reading. You guys are drawn to the Law of Divinity card, and the other one that popped out was Mother Rose. And I feel like you guys might be feeling a little cut off from spirit, a little cut off from source. Maybe you guys just went through a loss. Maybe you guys just went through a really difficult situation, and your higher self wants you to know that you are the same as the universe. You come directly from source, and you have not been cut off. You have not been forgotten. Things that happen to us that are really painful, there's wisdom in all of those lessons, right? There's wisdom in the heartache. And so for those of you that might be feeling a little, maybe you didn't even experience anything recently that was upsetting. Maybe you guys are just really feeling cut off from spirit. Maybe you guys are just really feeling lost. And the real overall message as I was dropping into this in my meditation is really loving yourself, nurturing yourself. Like, nurture yourself the way that a mom would nurture her newborn baby. Like, there's a real sense, and my guide is saying buy yourself some fresh flowers. Do nice things for yourself right now. And so we have the Three of Wands, the Four of Swords, we have the Star, we have the Queen of Pentacles, the Seven of Cups, the Page of Cups, and the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, for those of you that are feeling really cut off and in the dark, your wishes will be granted. Your wishes are on the way. Right now, they're saying is a time to rest and heal. Rest and heal. You guys have some choices coming up that you guys need to make, or for some of you, you guys just recently made these choices and now you're waiting for those things to come to fruition. Now you guys, I love it. It's the cat sitting next to her when she's making the choice, and the cat sitting next to her when she's waiting there on the dock for her ship to come in and for her wishes to be granted. You guys, it's just so cute. It's like you guys made the choice, and you guys are going and waiting with the cat. I love how these two came out together. There's a real sense of, needing to make some different choices, choosing a different cup, and it's going to bring you some more emotional fulfillment than your current situation. Right now, I really feel like this message is this rest, redirection, protection, nurturing yourself, really having compassion for yourself and for others. At the time that I'm filming this reading, things are very chaotic in the universe. The planets are doing their thing. People have some real strong words to say to each other right now in this day and age. Oh, look, and the cat is even with her. They're like, look, the cat's still there. Choose something that's really going to bring you happiness. Choose something that just makes you smile. Choose something that really brings you joy, and nurture yourself along the way, because you guys are working towards something, and they're saying the attention is in the details, and it's also how you guys are nourishing yourselves. And you guys are connected to source, connected to the divine. For some of you, you guys don't feel like you're connected, but you guys come directly from source. And maybe doing a meditation, find one on YouTube, find one on a meditation app of actually connecting with your higher self, connecting with your soul, connecting with your spirit guides that might help you. Any type of doing a meditation around that will help to bridge that connection and make it stronger for you guys. I meditate every morning. Sometimes I only meditate for a couple minutes. Sometimes I meditate 15, 20 minutes. It really depends on the morning and how I'm feeling. But they're saying really take time to quiet those spaces in your mind, and so that spirit can reach you, so that your soul can reach you, that your higher self can reach you. There's messages that are coming in for you. And making these choices that bring you happiness is going to lead to more happiness, more abundance, more fulfillment, more success, more attainment. Living in the way that you guys want to live, feeling connected. Like they're showing me the sunbeams that are coming down and shining on her. What they're telling me is that that's you, like feeling source and feeling connected, feeling the blessings from the universe coming down onto you. You actually feel that radiating down on you when you drop into those spaces, when you start to really make the choices that bring you happiness, and also taking those moments to do the meditation and connect with your soul, connect with your guides, connect with your higher self. Really, I know that everybody kind of has a hard time starting. There's a lot of like, how do I start meditating? It's so hard for me to just sit there and be quiet. Just try for a minute or two. For some of you, it's really hard to meditate. It's really hard to quiet the mind. I'm hearing a lot of chatter in my mind right now, and it's okay. It's normal, especially in the beginning. When we first are learning how to meditate, there is a lot of extra noise. I like to do guided meditations or listen to some type of a music or a tone or like a singing bowl, something where I can kind of focus my mind so it's just on that one thing. And it helps to kind of clear out all that psychic noise, and I'm able to just drop in and get connected. And again, some days I only do it for a couple minutes. That's all I can really sit and do. And then other times I can go for longer. It really just depends on the day, and I try to not have judgment around it, but just know I drop in, I check in with spirit every morning, and that's how I start my day. And so hopefully that helps you guys. Even again, just a couple minutes. You can do mindful meditations while walking or exercising, like bicycling, anything like that, where you can have some type of a movement to it, if that helps too. Taking a walk out in nature, taking a walk around the block, taking in some deep breaths. That will help to kind of clear that space and allow spirit to talk to you. So I hope something in that message resonated. If it did, please like, share, and subscribe. And as always, love yourself, trust yourself, and believe in yourself. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care. Hello, Group 2, and welcome to your reading. You guys were drawn to the Law of Abundance card. And with this, your higher self wants you to know that the universe is a very abundant place. The earth is a very abundant place. They were even showing me as I was doing a meditation, a tree, just one tree. How many leaves does it have? And then every winter the leaves fall away, they die. And then what does it do? It grows more. And think of how many leaves just sit on just one tree. So for anybody that's drawn to this reading, that's struggling with feeling that abundance, I really encourage you to also be joyful. So this is the Sun card that also popped out. And the Sun is really about play and vitality, and it is more masculine, but there's a real sense of some gentle, sweet, feminine energy coming in with this card as well. And so even though it's very masculine in its energy. There is just something about this card right now that just feels very feminine, very inner child. They just want you to play. The word that keeps getting highlighted on the bottom of this card is play. Play, play, play. They want you to go out and be joyful. They want you to go out and play. The fear and that lack mentality is something that has been programmed into us, and not by the universe, by other forces. And they really want you to get connected with that sense of play and childlike energy. And when you were a kid, you thought anything was possible, right? Go back to how you felt as a child, how you co-created with the universe back then, back when you thought that anything could be possible, because they're saying anything is possible. And they're also showing me a fruit tree, like how many pieces of fruit come from just one tree. So if we think about just there being one thing, but what can it produce? And I feel as if you guys really are struggling with this because life has shown you otherwise, right? Like life has taken things from you and has made you really understand the lack side of life and hasn't been too gracious with the abundance side of life. However, I feel like there's a turning point for you coming up because there's this period that you are kind of really closed off right now, really closed off from spirit, really. This card talks about rest, but what it's showing me right now is a real sense, like people just going like this. No, it's not for me. I can't have it. I can't. When we close ourselves off, we do shut out that abundance. When we don't think it's possible, it won't come. And I feel like there's some real heartache around this, but you guys are shifting away from this because there's a new way of thinking that your soul really wants you to embrace. Really think about things from a heart space. Every single morning, wake up and be grateful for just one thing. And it can be on repeat. If you want to wake up and be grateful for the same thing every single day, because that's the one thing that you have, do that. Focus on that. And then the next thing that comes into your life that you're grateful for, focus on that. And then you can add 2 things to your list every single morning. I'm starting to shift my energy around this too, and I know how hard it can be because I too have lived in the lack mentality, and I completely understand. I completely understand how hard it is to really shift that mental perspective and just believe and just trust. But the more that I'm practicing my gratitude, the more that I notice that I'm getting more things to be grateful for, and the tides are turning. The things are feeling more victorious in that sense, right? I'm getting more things to be grateful for in the most amazing ways that I didn't realize were even possible. And I really want you to understand that too. This way of being, this new idea, this new thing that your soul wants you to really embrace is going to lead to some real success and some real abundance. And when we are emotionally full of gratitude, that's when the other things can start to materialize. So they're saying, see, look, it started from 1 cup and then it went to more cups. Each time that you're grateful and you add something to that list, it's just one more thing to be grateful for, one more thing to look forward to. And that will start shifting. And then pretty soon you're going to start to see the abundance of things that coming in to your mind that you're going to be grateful for. That's going to lead to more success. It's going to lead to more beautiful things. And yeah, see, because the Wheel of Fortune is the one that was on the bottom of your card. And so this is like fate. Things are turning in your direction. So your higher self right now really wants you to embrace the new thoughts, even if they feel really foreign to you. Try to find one thing that you can hold on to that you know for certain. If you have a cat that you really love, be grateful for your cat. If you have a crystal that you really love, be grateful for that one crystal. If you have a friend that you really love, whatever that one thing is, start with just one thing. A teacher, your car, your health for the day, the fact that you have two legs that you can walk on, or I mean, it can be so different for anybody, okay? Whatever that one thing is for you. Sometimes I'm just wake up and I'm just like, I'm just happy that I'm healthy today. That's, and I just will focus on that. Just, I'm happy that I'm healthy. Really sticking with that one thing leads to more cups, leads to more things to be grateful for, which leads to more success. And it's fated that I don't want to say supposed to. You're being encouraged to. I don't like the word supposed to. We're not, we don't have to supposed to do anything, right? You're being lovingly invited by your higher self to really encourage that the fate in your destiny is actually turning in a brighter direction. And you just got to trust that that new way of thinking, that new way of being that's coming in that feels really foreign to you guys is going to lead you guys down a really bright and loving path. And I wish you guys the very best on your journey. And if anything in that message resonated, please like, share, and subscribe. And as always, love yourself, trust yourself, and believe in yourself. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care. Hello, Group 3, and welcome to your reading. You guys were drawn to the Law of Harmony card, as well as the Mystic Rose. And as I was dropping into the meditation of this reading, what I'm feeling is that some of you, I feel like, are really being influenced by some of the chaotic energy around us right now as a collective, and really giving yourself some compassion as well as compassion with others is really going to help. I feel like if there's been disagreements, arguments, frustrations, hold on, let me get that card. It's time to allow there to be a shift within that energy. It's time to take a pause and try to understand on a greater level what is going on underneath us, because there's going to be polarity here down on Earth. Now, that doesn't mean that we can't all find a more harmonious way of living, right? But just because everything might feel a little chaotic right now, we can balance that out and be more harmonious in our inner world, protecting your energy. Don't watch the news, is what I'm hearing. Take a break and surround yourself with people, places, things that bring you comfort, harmony, a sense of security, and a sense of softness. Being able to go into your heart space, having compassion for yourself as well as for others. And so the Eight of Cups came out, the Queen of Cups came out, the Three of Wands, the Six of Swords, the Queen of Wands, the Tower, and the Three of Cups. Because I feel like there's a lot of change going on right now collectively that we have control over in a sense, but we also have to let things play out. Now, that doesn't mean that we can't have well wishes and wish for a more harmonious existence. But what is meant to be will be, as cliche as that sounds right now. Worrying ourselves over things and over bigger pictures, over things that we can't control, is really just going to drain your energy. So there's a real sense of just giving yourself compassion, grace, love, acceptance. You guys have some real strong feelings right now, and that's completely understandable. I feel like you guys are looking at this tower moment and really wondering why we have to go to such dark places sometimes. And I really encourage you to, in a sense, lovingly let some of these things go and send them well wishes. Yeah, I feel like you guys are just on the edge of your seat. You're like, what's coming next? What's coming next? Is it coming now? Is it coming now? Nope. Is it gonna like, this card doesn't typically talk about that kind of an energy, but that's how I'm feeling. Very on the edge of my seat. Is it there? Is it happening? Is it breaking? Is it blowing up? Is it that kind of punchy energy? And lovingly releasing those fears. Release them back up to your higher self. Release the worries, release the doubt. Surround yourself with a community that loves you, that nourishes you, that you can nourish, that you can focus on really growing those beautiful things that you want to see in the world. Start small and think globally. Start small and think globally. Send loving energy to those places instead of fearing. Send out loving energy. Send it love. Send it love and pray for, they're saying pray for healing and pray for peace, because there is going to be a sense that after the storm, things will rebalance and things will right themselves. And all you can do, dear one, is stand in your own energy, nourish yourself, give yourself grace, surround yourself with things that fulfill your heart space, that make the world feel like a beautiful place again. They're really highlighting like the sunflowers in the background. They really want you. And they're showing me is this, the lion here is kind of like the thing that we were fearing before. Is it coming? Is it coming? Is it coming? And now we just lovingly accept that it's part of life and part of existence. And we acknowledge that it's there, but it's not what we're focused on anymore. And that's really turning your focus towards the things that you love, your desires, your passions, and staying focused on the things that you can control and that you can create on a daily basis. And for the things that leave you feeling on edge, uncertain, disagreements, frustrations, send it love. Send it love, send it grace, send it, kind of that universal understanding of, okay, I accept that this is a thing. I don't like it, but I accept it. And seeing it from the bigger picture. And that will help, I feel like, to ease some of those spaces within you guys. But they really just want you to stay focused on the things that bring you joy. And it's not that you are, because sometimes I feel when we might feel, well, if we don't pay attention to what's going on, if we don't inform ourselves, then, what's the good in that of just being the ostrich with the head in the sand? There is a certain point where we can educate ourselves on the, goings on of the world around us. And then there's a certain point in which we have to shift, right? We learn, we educate, and then what are we going to do? And if we can't do anything about the bigger picture, then what can the small things we can focus on that will make us feel better, that will nourish the community around us, and hopefully from there have a more positive ripple effect that will move outward. Those are the things that your soul wants you to focus on, the things that you can control. And it's not when you protect your energy and go into those spaces and say, I'm going to do something good for myself and watch a funny movie right now, even though I know that overseas or over here, this is happening, this just happened. Sitting around fretting about it, I know we have good intentions when we do that because we are empathizing with them and we're sympathizing and we're, oh my goodness, how would I feel if I was going through that? And that's a very beautiful thing to do to a point, because then if we spend too long in those places, it becomes damaging to us. So there's a sense of drawing that boundary where we can sympathize, empathize, and send out, loving thoughts, encouraging thoughts, supportive energy, healings and blessings to those spaces. And then we say, okay, now I have to protect my energy and now I need to do something loving for myself. I sent you guys some love. Now I'm going to do loving for myself. That's the balance of that. And it's not selfish and it's not unkind. That was a very specific message for somebody. And I have to be careful of that too. I will see things and it will grab my attention and then I feel bad and I can kind of go into those spaces too. And I have to remind myself that I can send love, I can send Reiki, I can give them some loving support from afar. And then I have to go, and give myself back some of that love, some of that support, some of that, kind of protection from the things that make me feel sad. So we're not acknowledging it, we're acknowledging it, we're doing what we can, and then we take action within the spaces that we can control. So I hope something in that message resonated. If it did, please like, share, and subscribe. And as always, love yourself, trust yourself, and believe in yourself. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.